Welcome to Speed Expertise YouTube channel. Speed Expertise is an online-based translation agency which has its head office in Yaoundé, Cameroon. And this channel has been designed to help translators and language lovers to get acquainted with the trends of the translation
Pasiang, your mic is off. Your mic is off, okay. It's better. I can't get you. Hello, Pasiang.
Can you hear me, Felicite?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Well, welcome to Speed Expertise YouTube channel. Speed Expertise is an online-based translation company with head office in Cameroon, and this channel has been designed to help translators, linguists, and language lovers to get acquainted with the trends in the localization industry, and also to get familiar with some words or expressions that are sometimes misused by common users. So this program, you know about it very well, is named One Word, One Week. And as usual, we have our guest, that is Felicite. No. Good afternoon, Felicite, and welcome.
Good afternoon, Pasiang. Thank you very much. It has really been a very long while. And I'm really pleased, I'm really delighted to be here again today to contribute to the understanding of the English language. I mean, I'm really sorry for all of this. I just want to tell our viewers that we are really very sorry for the break, the very long break that we gave, because I know, come on, I mean, learning should be a continuous process. And taking such a long break, I mean, will slow down learners and maybe even get them bored. But well, we are back, and I believe henceforth we are going to move on a faster pace.
That's the most important thing. We are back, and we are happy to
Yeah,
have
we are
you.
back, and really back.
Great. So today the topic is has to do with two expressions, as usual, that
Yes.
are quite similar.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us about the two expressions so that our viewers know exactly what they can expect from this broadcast?
Yes. We don't have a word today. We have an expression. In furtherance of and in furtherance to. Those are two expressions. That another one for the two, which is not commonly used, but it's an expression that should be used in the English language, especially, hello? Hello, Bastian, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, okay. Especially in business writing of business letters. So we have the expressions in furtherance of and in furtherance to. And we'll start with the definition simply of furtherance. What is furtherance? Furtherance refers to the process of helping something, helping someone to develop or make progress, to move from one level to another. You help something or someone, you aid something or someone to develop or to move from one level to another, or to be successful or to achieve something. That's what it means by furtherance. Example, we have, for example, the diplomats acted in furtherance of national interests. They acted in furtherance of national interest. That's to promote national interest. Whatever the deed was to promote national interest for the success of national interest. Example number two, he made many personal sacrifices for the furtherance of his son's career, to promote his son's career, to help his son's career to move from one to another. Okay, examples and several other examples with in and the. And after furtherance, we have of. So we have these expressions in furtherance of or for the furtherance of. These two expressions are used in this case where they refer to helping or aiding something to move forward or to gain success or to be achieved. The furtherance of, the activity of helping something to be successful or helping it to be achieved or to move forward or to advance. For example, we have examples there. Can we go up of the furtherance of an example? We have the example, an example. He made many personal sacrifices for the furtherance of. I just want us to take note of this. We can use in the furtherance of or for the furtherance of, or still we can use in the furtherance of. We see examples with such uses. In furtherance of, in the furtherance of, for the furtherance of, or the furtherance of. Any four of these expressions can be used. Pasien, we together?
Yes, I'm around. I'm around. I'm just
Okay, very good.
letting our viewers enjoy your explanations.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And I'd like to move forward. I'd like to move forward with this other expression in furtherance to. Here we have changed the word of to to. It's no longer in furtherance of, but now we are looking at in furtherance to. Actually, this problem came up when I noticed some of my colleagues translating the French expression faisant suite à by in furtherance to. Faisant suite à which can also mean en réponse à, pour répondre à. Par exemple, faisant suite à une lettre, faisant suite à une conversation, faisant suite à une décision prise auparavant. Okay, this some of my colleagues translated it as in furtherance to your letter, for example. So in the course of my research, I noticed that the translation for faisant suite à, we can have several renditions. We can have plus one to, which is mostly used in law. We have following our conversation of, for example, the 17th of February 2021. That's an example, following. Or you can still use further to. Further to. Further to is not commonly used. Further to.
Yeah.
Further to is not widely used. Yes. Further to is not widely used, but it is a good rendition of faisant suite à. And further to is an expression which is used mostly in business letters. And it refers to an earlier, when you're trying to refer to an earlier letter, an earlier conversation, an earlier meeting, for example. We have an example there, further to our recent telephone conversation. We are writing to confirm details of the forthcoming conference. That's an example. Further to, as a rendition for faisant suite à. We can also have in response to. We can also have plus one to, because when we look at some examples, we have some examples in lead week. In lead week, we have one or two examples there where it says, nevertheless, the initial killings of Moors in Juba, which numbered in the hundreds, were found to have been committed, plus one to, or in furtherance to, a state policy, and were widespread and systematic in nature. I know, Pasiang, you want to ask me the question. So, which expressions are which expression are we supposed to use? Which expression is proper? I wouldn't say furtherance to. Hello.
Yes, I'm listening. That's exactly what I was trying to ask, because you were
Okay.
saying in furtherance to. In furtherance to is not a proper rendition from French into English of faisant suite à. So that is a misuse of that expression. So instead, we should be using further to as an option, of furtherance to or following. Yes. And you also specify that further to is mostly used in business letters. That's what our viewers can keep so far. But you wanted to go further, please go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to say something. Yes, from our research, it's better to use further to. It's better to use following. It's better to use person to. But when you look at these examples on Ludwig.guru, it seems it's a usage that is becoming a little bit famous. I want to say that. And as language, we know that the English language is very flexible. Okay, and it always allows new words and new expressions, flexible, and it's hello.
Yes, we can hear you perfectly.
Okay, I just, because my connection is a little bit shaky, so I wanted to make sure I am on air. Okay, I was saying that the English language is very flexible. Okay, and it's very welcoming. It welcomes new expressions, new words every day. So I wouldn't completely rule out the use of in furtherance too. You never know. As language enthusiasts, I think we should look out. We should keep our ears to the ground for this particular expression, because I think maybe in a few years to come, it may fully come into use. You understand? Yes. So we just keep our ears to the ground and actually follow up on the use of in furtherance too. We never know. But as it is from our research, further two is mostly used. It's a better rendition for faisant suite. I think that's what I had today
Okay, thank you so much.
for our expressions.
Let's sum up. We noted that to translate or to render the French expression faisant suite à is so far
Yes,
better to use further to. But now, what about the difference
further
about
two.
in furtherance of and in furtherance to? Are both interchangeable in various
No,
contexts?
no, no, they cannot be. They are not interchangeable because in furtherance of, as I explained from the beginning, it's an expression that is used in a case where you are aiding something to move forward. When you are aiding something to be achieved, to be successful. So they cannot be interchanged. You cannot use in furtherance to in the place of in furtherance of. Okay, they cannot. In furtherance to, it's used in expressions in the translation of faisant suite are following a previous conversation, referring. Actually, is used when you want to refer to a previous letter or a previous conversation. Whereas in furtherance of is used in it's used where you are explaining the process of helping something to move forward. Yes, so there's a big difference. You can't use them interchangeably.
Okay, thank you so much. So, for instance, if to translate the diplomat acted in furtherance of national interest, in furtherance in this context can be rendered in French as en faveur de. En faveur de. Les
Oui,
diplomates
of course,
ont travaillé
of
en
course.
faveur des intérêts nationaux, en faveur des intérêts républicains,
Yes,
something like that. En
yes,
faveur de.
and not
Là,
faisant suite a. You can just
yes,
imagine how it would sound.
yes, that's
Yeah.
that's very important. And now in furtherance to, so far is misused as the rendition of faisant suite à, whereas the proper rendition
Yes,
so far is further to. So that is
further
the
to.
key difference between in furtherance of and in furtherance to, which the latter, which is supposed to be replaced normally by further to.
Yeah.
That's what we can keep for this
Yes.
broadcast. So thank you so much for your availability. So
It's my pleasure.
well, we are so happy to have you here, to have you around. And let's say next Friday, same time, that is around 4, 5 or 5, or I mean 4 or
4,
5 p.m. Yes, 4 or 5
4 p.m.
p.m. Yes, we'll be having another couple of expressions to sort
Yeah.
out. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. Today, we're talking about in furtherance of versus in furtherance to.
2.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. So those of our viewers who watched this program or who have questions, please feel free to first of all like the video, to share the video, and to drop your questions under this video in the comment section, so that if there's something we should add on, we do it very soon with Felicite, our expert and our
Of
consultant in this
course.
program. So thank
Always
you
ready to
once
help.
again. Well, so this is once again Speed Expertise YouTube channel, and this program, One Word, 1 Week, is one of the programs designed here to help you, help language enthusiasts, to help linguists, to help translators uh, figure out what is the difference between expressions that are commonly misused by our neighbors and our friends, and how to help them understand what is the best use of each of other expression. Thank you so much. So we look forward to having you next week, my dear Felicite, and stay
Yes,
tuned.
Patient.
And please
Yeah.
like the video.
You guys stay tuned. I mean,
Okay. Like the
all
video,
right.
share the
Thank you.
video,
Thank you very much.
and drop your comments in the comment section. We'll have Felicite again next Friday. Next Friday, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. We'll be around. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
Definitely. Bye. Ciao.
Thank you so much again.